What's poppin', y'all? Welcome back to another YouTube video, and today we're taking a look at another Marvel MCU film review. Again, like I said, we're taking a look at every MCU movie, which I haven't already reviewed, so that will be anything from, like, Ant-Man Quantumania onwards, and a couple of other the TV shows I think I've already reviewed. But yeah, this is one that I haven't reviewed, and that is because, I don't like the character. Yes, a lot of you will probably agree with me on this one. The Hulk is a terrible character. And today we're taking a look at the movie Incredible Hulk. A little about me. I don't like Iron Man. I don't like the Hulk. I think they're shit Avengers. And you know what? I don't think the Hulk deserved his own movie, but he got one. And he was one of the first people to ever get his own movie. And he only ever got one solo movie. And I wonder why. Because it was shit. So, without any further delay, let's take a look at what Google has to say about the Incredible Hulk that came out in 2008. It is an action sci-fi, which is an hour and 52 minutes, a pretty decent length for a movie, and got a 67% on Rotten Tomatoes, a 6.6 out of 10 on IMDb, and a 2.5 out of 5 on Letterboxd. You can watch this on Disney+, Amazon Prime, YouTube, or Google Play. Dr. Bruce Banner subjects himself to high levels of gamma radiation, which triggers his transformation into a huge green creature, the Hulk, whenever he experiences negative emotions such as anger. So, how this movie actually starts is with Bruce Banner running away from the police. He's running around, he ends up in a bottle factory, and some of his blood gets spilled into, this Coke factory? I don't know, they're making drinks, and he drinks it, and his blood mutates, and he gets stupidly strong, and, you know, anytime he gets angry, he turns into the Hulk. The government are hunting him down, he's running away. I think he kills his wife in this one, I think. I don't know, he has a girlfriend, and they use the girlfriend against him, like, because he lives out in the fucking mountains for, like, a little bit, and he comes back to stop Abomination, which is the evil version, like the government-made version of him, and they fight in the city, and he goes off on his own at the end of the movie to sort of hide amongst people. And that's pretty much the movie. Again, very basic rundown. This movie isn't the greatest in terms of acting. The acting levels of this movie are pretty poor. The script as well, like, I don't know if it was the actor's fault or if it was, like, the person that wrote the script, because it seems very, like, robotic. It doesn't feel very natural or human. None of the reactions any of these characters have seems real. It all seems very forced and sort of artificial. It doesn't feel smooth, and the Hulk is just boring anyway. Like, he isn't an interesting character. He's a very boring character. And there's a couple of good fight scenes here. I will admit, this is the first time I've ever watched this movie. I've never watched the Hulk before this moment because, again, I'm not a fan of the Hulk. I never liked him. So this is the first time I've ever watched this movie. And you know what? I wasn't missing much. I was not missing much. This movie is very mid, if not shit. This movie is pretty bad. I will say so. It's not the greatest, and the CGI is shockingly shit for 2008. I will admit there is better movies with CGI in 2008. This one is fucking diabolical. The Hulk looks terrible, and this is the only film with this actor for the Hulk in it. Like, they replaced his actor to Mark Ruffalo after this movie, so it doesn't even feel like it fits within the continuity of the MCU, because it just kind of feels like a red herring. It kind of feels very out of place. It kind of feels like a screw that is slightly too big and doesn't really fit, but it does the job and holds it all together. It just doesn't feel like it fits. The Abomination is a pretty shit villain as well, and it does follow the trope of each character, each superhero movie for their first movie fights a dark version of themselves, an evil version of themselves. We have it in Ant-Man, we have it in Black Panther, we have it in Iron Man, we have it in Captain Marvel, we have it in... trying to think. We have it in Captain America. Guardians of the Galaxy actually breaks this trope. So does Spider-Man. We have the Eternals, technically, having to fight themselves. So that kind of is evil versions of themselves. We have it in Shazam. We have it in Blue Beetle. We have it in fucking Aquaman as well. Every superhero movie has like evil versions of themselves being their first bad guy, which I do believe is kind of boring because it is just like the same character, especially in this aspect as well. They're both like guys who are really angry and just super strong. They have really no motives. Like, one of them is like a science experiment gone wrong, and the other one is a science experiment gone wrong in a different way. And they're just destroying the city. They're just two big green monsters destroying the city. And it's boring. It's mindless violence. And sometimes that's good, but in this one, it looks shit, and the characters aren't even that interesting to sort of care about the mindless violence. Like in Godzilla and Kong, the mindless violence is cool, because it's a big gorilla fighting a big lizard. The characters are interesting, right? The characters are cool, right? The Hulk isn't that cool, and neither's Abomination. They're kind of both shit, and there isn't much else to go off. They're just shit. I have nothing else. All my notes say that I wrote down for this movie is shit. That is all I wrote for this movie. I have nothing to say. There is like a very mediocre movie. It isn't even mediocre. It's less than that. It's bad. It is bad. It's not a great movie, I'm going to be honest. It's not a great first impression to a superhero. And the rest of, his story in the MCU isn't that great either, because it's just the same. Just the same. It's just him being angry. He doesn't really do much else. That's just the Hulk. He's there to smash, and that's it. Hulk smash. Hulk smashes. We're done here. That is just the Hulk. He's very 2D. He's very simplistic. And he just doesn't have that sort of character interest, development, sort of care from me anyway. He isn't like a character I can really care about. He is my brother's favorite superhero. I don't fucking know why. He's got nothing about him. He has no substance. He has no personality. He's just angry and he breaks shit for the sake of breaking shit. And that's it. It's just roid rage, like fucking times 10. That's it. That's all he is. And I don't like that in a character. There's nothing to it. It's just, I'm angry. Grr. Smash. Break shit. You pissed me off. And that's it. That's just Hulk. The scenes were boring. Like, there was no sort of character interest, no character development. It tried to get me to care about him. I just couldn't, because there was nothing to care about. Again, him himself was very boring, bland, robotic. He was a scientist, but had nothing else going for him. He was just kind of there, and I don't know. I can't give this movie any more than a 2. I cannot give it any more than a 2. There's just nothing to it. It's just a boring movie. Like, it is a slog to watch. It felt like it was longer than it was. It took forever. It was so long and so boring. I did not enjoy it, and I don't recommend that you watch it because it is a waste of your time. Even if you're doing like an MCU sort of marathon where you're watching it from start to finish, good luck to you, because that's like 3 days long at this point. But I'm pretty sure you can skip out on the Hulk and you wouldn't miss anything. Like, this movie just doesn't fit. It's like forcing a jigsaw piece into place and saying, you know what, that'll do. So, yeah, for this review, that'll do. I don't really have much else to say, so I hope you all did enjoy, and I'll see you all in the next one. I hope you all have an excellent day, and goodbye. Stay home and stay safe.